Hello and welcome back to the third and final episode of myself and Bobby trekking in the Poon Hill Annapurna region of Nepal. On this episode we share with you more friendly locals, more fun, some of our most vulnerable moments, and we also sit down with you and share our experiences and lessons learned.
Oh, you alright?
We also take you along for some unexpected events that happened along the way. If you haven't done so already, make sure that you like and subscribe, as I have many other videos here in Nepal and also more videos coming up after this series. So join us and be right beside us as we experience the last leg of Poon Hill and Annapurna region together. Okay, so g'day and good morning. We are off to our next destination. We're making our way towards Tanapani, which is, we probably won't reach there today because it's about 5 or 6 hours. We already climbed Poon Hill this morning, so we're pretty tired. So we might hike for 3 hours or so and stay at a guest house along the way. And then tomorrow we'll make our way to the main city, starting with G, which I can't remember the name of, but yeah. So there was a sign back there that said Tanapani 3.5 hours, but our host just told us to take 5 hours. So anyway, let's see how long it takes. But I have a cool little basketball court here, which I only just saw now, so that's cool. In the town here. Also just met someone who just subscribed to my channel, so thank you very much, sir. He asked me to promote this town because it's quite quiet now during the lower season, so I'll definitely be leaving links in the description to everywhere we go. We got to walk through a construction site to get to Tanapani. We just said to a local, this way? And he's like, yeah. Got people building here. So cool. These guys here actually delivering supplies into the town because there's no cars, no trucks, no buses that get into the town. So the only way is human transportation. But we've got a little dog following us today. So let's see how far he'll come with us. And they also have horses for transportation too. So every time we stop to have a rest, the dog does as well. He's so loyal coming with us for this trip. I mean, he's got no collar and we tried to send him back to the village, but he wants to come, so can't blame him for that. So we've just stopped off to have a little rest on this seat here, and the dog, who we've now named Little Jip, is resting with us. He's so loyal. Everywhere we stop, he's stopping. Oh man, you're a good boy, eh? Good boy. So we were just in, currently up in the clouds, as you can see. Crazy, how often do you get to do something like this? Be up in the clouds. So epic. So it's just started raining. Bob and I have just made it up here to this shelter. Oh, we're so lucky. How good is this, Bob? Yeah. Wow. Looks to be some old type of little barn or something. We got Jip with us. Cool. This should keep us out of the rain, mate.
Yeah.
How you feeling, Bob?
Good.
Sweet. Probably about half an hour to our next tea house where we can get tea and lunch. Been hiking for about 2 hours now, so we're ready for a little bit of a break. Considering we did Poon Hill this morning at 5 a.m, so keep soldiering on. So we just stopped into this guest tea house, just ordered 2 vegetable curries. Bobby got a masala chai and I got a lemon tea. Beautiful. It's actually really cold and wet outside, so it's nice to sit here and just relax. And then we'll probably got maybe 2 more hours of hiking or an hour more, and then we'll find a place to stay for tonight. So they actually have mushrooms here that are drying out, which is really cool. I've never seen this before, actually. I'm not too sure which ones are more ready. I say that they dry them out for a few days here in the sun, but really cool to see when we walked in that there's a lot of natural mushrooms that grow around here in the forest like we saw them today. So Bob and I were just saying they don't upsell you to buy anything. And we're the only ones here, so they're probably really quiet. And Bob just said, "Oh, do you sell a chocolate bar?" And he said, yeah, we do. Do you want one? But like normally in the West or in cities, they'd upsell you saying, "Do you want a chocolate? Do you want dessert?" So yeah, it's just really interesting, isn't it? That they don't have much, but yet they're not pushy. It's really refreshing. So one thing I want to talk about is between each village on our treks, there's like a village every like 1.5, 2 hours, and there's actually power lines, a massive power line, a really thick one that goes in the trees, like to the next village. So it's crazy. So if any trees fallen down, the power would just be cut. So it'd be crazy what would happen in monsoon season. Man, oh man, but we are in the best spot here right now. And we've still got Jib with us. He's really funny. He walks, Bobby walks at the front, I walk at the back, Jib's in the middle. Jib turns around to make sure that I'm okay, then keeps walking. And then if I'm filming or something, he'll stop to make sure that I'll catch up. An amazing dog, so loyal. Oh man, this is so beautiful. Whole tea plantation it looks like, or something of that sort, either side. Man, so lovely. We're almost at our final destination now, so. Thank you. It's been a journey, you know, we've learnt a lot of stuff. I'm gonna talk to Bob in a second and get his thoughts on the journey and what he's learnt, but I've sort of fell in love with trekking, not gonna lie, it's been awesome. And also my back has straightened up from wearing my heavy backpack. It's pulled my shoulders back, so my posture's a lot better. The people, the villages, as you've seen, it's all been amazing. So, what have you learnt from your trek?
So, like, what's the main thing I've learnt?
Yeah, what's the main thing that stood out to you that you're like, wow?
Okay, I suppose it's the overall adventure that you have. So every time you trek to somewhere new, you stay somewhere new every night, you eat some different food, you meet some different people. It's like a new experience every day.
Yeah.
So I suppose that's what really, that's what I enjoyed the most out of it. and that's what sort of impacted me the most, because we just got to meet so many different people
Yes,
from
we
so
did.
many different parts of the world.
We did.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Like, I've met an Australian who was from Newcastle as well,
Yeah.
which is ridiculous. So
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's not, I guess it's not just the local people you meet,
No,
but it's
it's
the
also-
other international travelers from different
Exactly.
countries.
yeah,
And yeah.
Yeah.
And how about, like, did the trek challenge you in any way? Like, what were some scary parts? Did you think at some points you couldn't get through? Like, what's your thoughts?
Oh,
You're right.
I don't think, yeah, didn't really scare me. I suppose that maybe once or twice, I guess when we were at this waterfall and the stairs were wet, you know, for 100 meters, and it was just like you had to take your time on it because it was really slippery.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I recommend it for
really-
anyone who's had experience trekking and
Yeah.
sort of wants to
Yeah.
see some amazing
You would say
places
that
and views like this.
you only need like a basic level of fitness. You know, like if you rested along the way and
Yeah,
yeah.
depends like, it depends how much time you want to make up for though,
Yeah.
and it depends how far you want to get in a day. So if you want to trek for 6 to 8 hours, you probably have to be fairly fit. You'd want to
Yes.
have good cardio, and you'd want to make sure that you're okay with the altitude, because I was fine
Yep.
with it.
Yep.
Jack, you
I struggled a little bit
Yeah.
with the breathing, but it wasn't too bad. But I guess if you're unfit, it'd take you like 8 days instead of 4 or 5, right? Yeah.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it depends if you get porters and a guide. Like, we saw some people that, I'm not going to say they're unfit, but they probably, you know, it probably was going to take them a bit longer to do the trek. So they had like a guide
And a
porter,
porter. Yep.
and they had the walking sticks. But it's all up to you what
Yep.
you want to do.
For sure.
Jack and I, we didn't really use the walking sticks. I actually broke one of the walking sticks as soon as we got to the trekking.
5 minutes in.
Yeah, the start location. Oh! As soon as we got there, and now it's just been a nuisance. It's been attached to my
We've
bag,
had
and I
to
haven't
carry
even
it.
used it.
Yeah.
I realized that Jack actually realized that it takes more brain energy or power to like put the stick down in one spot and put it in the next, while also thinking about where your feet are. So we just focused on our feet, the placement of those, and yeah, because you got to be careful. There are a lot of landslides and slippery rocks and loose rocks too in the ground, and just little things like that you think you're okay with and you expect, but you know,
It's random.
when you're on the edge of a cliff, you know.
It's scary, man.
Yeah, like Jack slipped on the edge of a cliff a little bit, and
Yep.
it's, you know,
Yeah, you could fall to your death, really.
yeah, just like that. So
Yeah. So to finish it off, 3 words each. What are your 3 words to sum up this trip? You want
What
me-
about you? You
want
go
me
first.
to go first? All right.
You go first.
I'll say quiet, rewarding, meaningful.
Yeah, I would say like, so I guess beautiful, insightful, and whatever else I
spectacular.
said, and spectacular.
Sweet.
Spectacular, beautiful, and insightful. There you go.
Awesome. It's been real, mate. And it's been real with you guys too. As always, guys, keep it real, and we'll see you in the next video. We're on an edge of a cliff right now.
How's that?